Imagine waking up one morning and realizing every single dollar you own is locked behind a smiling bank teller who treats you like a criminal. No warning, no explanation, no timeline. Now imagine getting it all back, plus compensation, because you spent $3 and pushed the right button. Pause. This is the story of how a tiny credit union learned what happens when you underestimate the wrong person. If you've ever felt powerless against a system that didn't care about you. If you've ever been talked down to by someone hiding behind policy. Hit that like button, subscribe, and buckle up, because this revenge is quiet, clever, and absolutely devastating. I want you to picture this. A small town, a small bank, one of those friendly local credit unions that advertise themselves as more human than big corporate banks. No skyscrapers, no automated menus, just smiling faces and the promise that they care. And for some reason, God knows why, I believed them. I trusted this tiny credit union with a portion of my money. Not all of it, just enough that losing access to it would hurt, but not enough to bankrupt me. At first, everything was fine. Until one afternoon, my debit card didn't work at the ATM. No warning, no error message, just declined. So I did the reasonable thing. I walked inside. The branch smelled like stale coffee and printer toner. The clerk behind the counter smiled politely, the kind of smile that never reaches the eyes. She typed, clicked, paused. Then she said, "Oh, yes. That happens sometimes. Sometimes." She handed me a printed slip with a numeric code and explained that I could still withdraw cash manually, straight from my account. Apparently, this was a built-in feature. Not special treatment, not a favor, just a workaround. Problem solved. Or so I thought. The lockout. When money becomes a weapon. A few days later, everything changed. I logged into my account. Balance visible. Access denied. No withdrawals. No transfers. No payments. My money was there, but it might as well have been buried underground. I called customer support. After 20 minutes on hold, a bored voice answered. "Your account is under review." I asked why. A pause. Keyboard clicks. Looks like there was a system delay in deducting a transaction. Let me be clear. I didn't overdraft. I didn't abuse anything. I didn't do anything wrong. It was their accounting error. And yet, my funds were frozen. I asked how long the review would take. "We don't have a timeline." That sentence landed like a punch to the gut. The disrespect, where frustration turns personal. Days turned into weeks. Each call followed the same script. Snarky tones, short answers, passive-aggressive sighs. And then, the comments started changing. Little things. "You should have been more careful." These things happen when accounts are complicated. Once, after they asked me to spell my last name for the third time, the agent chuckled and said, "Oh, that explains it." I sat there, phone pressed to my ear, heart pounding. Explains what? They never said it outright. They didn't have to. The implication was thick enough to choke on. Foreign name, foreign problem, foreign patience. I hung up, staring at the wall, jaw clenched so tight my teeth hurt. I had done everything right. And they were treating me like I was lucky to even be allowed to ask questions. By week 4, The frustration wasn't just emotional, it was physical. My shoulders were constantly tense. I woke up angry, went to sleep replaying conversations in my head. Bills didn't stop coming just because my bank decided to review my existence. I called my family back home just to vent. I didn't want solutions. I wanted someone to hear me. That's when my younger cousin, barely out of college, said something that changed everything. He laughed. Then he said, "Why don't you just drown them?" I asked him what he meant. And that's when he told me about it. The plan: $3, a keyboard, and 1,000 voices. There's a service. A sketchy one. The kind of thing you only hear about through word of mouth. You pay a few Russian rubles per post. In return, people, real people, bot-assisted people, who knows, flood social media with whatever message you want. 1 ruble per post. 1 cent. The website even let you choose American-looking profiles. Baseball caps. Family photos. Flags in bios. I stared at the screen, heart racing. Was it petty? Yes. Was it illegal? No. Was it deserved? Absolutely. I spent $3. Less than a coffee. Then I fed the system prompts. Credit union locked my funds.